Welcome to my channel. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm Ashley Michelle and I'm here doing my makeup routine. I've been getting so many questions on it, or like what you do with this, what you do with that, blah blah. And my makeup really not that different from what I used to do, but hey, let's do it anyways. So I'm doing my brows. This is what I use to do my brows. It's the Precisely My Brow and a Hair Store brow pencil. All I do is I brush them up and I do my bottom line, which is gonna come as soon as I'm done brushing this. But I take the Hair Store pencil and I do my bottom line, and then I do my top line and I fill them in really light. What I will say is my brows obviously look the best, like makeup wise, when they're like freshly groomed. So these are like freshly groomed brows. So like I had literally just went to town on these brows. They was looking like caterpillars for a couple days. So I had to get them together. But I'm gonna let y'all watch this and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, so after I get my shape down, I go in and I clean up. This is what I do when I'm not using like concealer. So like on an everyday basis when I want to do my brows, this is what I do. Can't really tell you why I did it today. I guess it's just like a force of habit, but yeah. I just take the Garnier Micellar water and I just clean up any product that I don't want there. I just clean it up, take it off. Nothing too crazy, nothing too major. And then after I clean up like the tops and the bottoms and like the fine and tails, then I go on with like the wet part of the Q-tip in the middle, and then I go on with the dry part and I dry that up, and then I like blend my brows like that, because it's all about not having a boxy brow in the beginning. Okay, that's what you need, a nice clean ombre. But then I go in with the Precisely My Brow and I just sharpen up any lines that I want to sharpen up. I think this is in shade 5. I think 4.75 is really my shade, but shade 5 do good too. But yeah, so now I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape in deep, and I'm not gonna conceal all the way down to my eye. I used to, but not anymore, and I'm gonna tell you why in a little bit. But all I'm doing is just making sure that, you know, the bottom looks really, really nice, really, really crisp. I'm taking this little blender brush and it's gonna blend that in, and it looks so good. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I don't do the top of my brows though. I really don't think I ever really been a fan of that. So yeah, I don't even do foundation on top of my brows. I just don't do anything up there. But yeah. So now, once we're done this, we're gonna take this concealer. And this is why I don't take the tan all the way down. Cause I take this for a base for my brown shadow, cause I love a nice neutral brown. I need to get out of that just to, you know, be a little bit more experimental, but hey, this is what we do. Whenever I do my makeup, this is what I go to. But I'm going to take this, and this is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I think it's in a shade like Walnut. I think that's the shade. I'm going to put it in the description box. But yeah, I'm going to blend it out, and I'm going to give you a little break from my annoying voice, and I'll be back. Now to start mattifying everything, I'm taking this Studio Fix powder, and I'm going to put that everywhere where I put my Tarte Shape Tape. Just so that, you know, I can start the, basically the powder blend for my shadows and stuff. So I take this and I make sure that like all my brow bone is like, you know, nice and matte, okay? It has to be matte. It has to be matte. I don't want no shinies. If you look shiny, no, stop it. And I'm taking the James Charles palette and I'm doing this, taking those two shadows, and I'm just gonna put them all over. I feel like it's really no rhyme or reason when you're doing stuff like that. It just come out good. See, every time it just come out good. So we're gonna put those down, and I feel like you go, well, not I feel like, because I'm doing this, but you go from the brown and you just want to make sure that it's blended. So you don't want it really to be no harsh lines, even when you're just doing it with the concealer. No harsh lines. You want to make sure everything is nice, everything is blended. So I'm going back and forth between the browns and the Studio Fix. And for mascara today, we're using the Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. I'm not doing my eyes, but I do like to put on my mascara before I go on with my face. So yeah. So now for skin prep, we're going to take the Clinique ID and the Milk Hydra Grip. We all know about the Milk Hydra Grip. But the Clinique ID, this is just the lotion. I do have the jelly with the cartridge, but I don't be using it when I use the Hydro Grip. I just feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like a jelly on a jelly just don't really do it for me. But yeah. So I make sure that my whole face is moisturized because I do have really dry skin. And I noticed a big difference from when I was skin prepping and when I wasn't skin prepping. When you don't skin prep, it looks a mess. It doesn't matter how good you think it looks in a moment. It will look a mess. I promise. So now I'm just going to put on my primer and then I'm going to come back. Okay, after the skin is prepped, we're going in with foundation. I'm taking my NARS Natural Radiant Longwear. And I'm just going to put that, like, I guess on the lower half of my face. Because for real, I just want to cover up my dark marks. I use foundation for what it's intended for. I just want to even up the skin tone. I used to be like a real big cake face. Like, I used to love putting on a whole bunch of makeup just cause. But maturing is realizing that less is more. Okay? So now I'm taking the concealer that goes with it. As much as I wanted to say concealer earlier when I was talking about mascara, now I don't want to say concealer. Don't get on my nerves, body. But I'm taking it and I'm just going under my eyes. I like to give it a lifted effect. I like to go kind of up with my concealer. It just makes me feel like my face look a little bit more snatched without really having to do too much. But yeah, I take that and I do that. I usually go with my Tarte Shape Tape, but I was running low. But this is a really good concealer too, so I wasn't mad at it. But I take that under my eyes, on my chin, and on my forehead. And then I also, well, I'm going to blend this out before I do. But I also take a lighter concealer and I go like literally like on the very insides, like close to my nose. But I go on the inside of like my eyes because I think it looks so cute. And I think I use a L'Oreal Infallible one. I don't know the shade. It'll be in the description box either way, but yeah. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. See, first of all, I only put a tiny bit and I really keep the blend isolated too. Like, I'm not going to blend this all over the place because I really only want those high points to be where I want them. So for the most part, this concealer is really going to stay where I want it. And it goes on the sides of my nose a lot, but I think it's cute. I like it. If it's not for you, hey, you know, do it. But I started doing it and I was like, wow, this is really effing cute. So I'm going to keep doing it until I don't like it no more. But what was I about to say? This beauty blender, I wish whoever is beeping would stop. But my beauty blender, this is, I think it's an e.l.f. sponge and it's damp. Just need y'all to know that. It's damp, never dry. But now I'm going to start setting, and setting is one of my favorite parts of makeup. Like, I just love when everything comes down. So I'm using my Sacha Buttercup. This powder, nothing is beating it to me right now. I don't know, nothing is doing it. How would she do it? But I'm taking the Sacha Buttercup and I'm just gonna set. I don't bake, I just set. Whatever powder I put on there is getting blended all in there. That's it. I'm gonna do under my eyes first because we don't want no creasing under there because that's ugly. And then I'm gonna do everywhere else. So like my forehead, I think my chin, and I think I do over my lip. I don't remember. But I for sure do my chin and my forehead because they need to be set because the foundation went there. And you see I'm going a little bit on my brows just to make sure they're not shiny and stuff. Because like I said, if you're shining, it's not okay. You need to stop. Now, going back in on my Studio Fix, I'm going to put this all under like where I will put my contour and my bronzer and stuff. Just so that, you know, once again, we can mattify the face. This is a foundation powder though. So this is what it's intended for. I use my stuff, you know, very different ways, but this is what it's intended for. So now the bronze, I'm taking a Real Techniques like brush, and it's like the brush is amazing for this. I didn't used to use this brush, but this brush is never going anywhere for this purpose. I'll try to put it in the description box what brush this is if I remember. But yeah, I'm just gonna bronze, and it looks like contouring. It really does, but I'm gonna contour. So this is bronzing, and oh my god, I love a good bronze. And this is my Jaclyn Hill palette. Don't talk about my palette because my friend bought me this and it's my favorite palette. I don't care how it look. Don't talk about it. So now I'm just going in with those two shades to contour very lightly contouring because I'm not gonna lie, I'm more of a bronzer girl than a contour girl. So when I do contour, it's very light, very light-handed. I don't want to look cut and chiseled. Not no more. I just want to look bronze. And I'm taking my bronzer, the Fenty Beauty bronzer, on my nose too. And I really don't do too much. Like, I don't want to do no real reconstructing of my nose. I just want her to not look so washed out. So now I'm taking the Maybelline Sky High for my under eyes. I told you I wasn't done with the eyes. And I'm just going to do that for my bottom lashes. And then after I do this, I'm going to take a NYX Jumbo pencil. And I think it's called Black Bean. Let's see. Yeah, Black Bean 601. And I'm just going to do light lining on my waterline. I am a big fan of like black drama around the eyes. I don't really like tan waterlines, white waterlines. It looks a little bit nasty to me. I just don't like it. If you like it, it doesn't look nasty, but it's nasty on me. So now I'm going to take this Huda Beauty double-ended eyeliner, and I'm just going to do a mole on the side of my nose. That one's fake. But the one I did, the little one under my eye, that's real. So, yeah. The one on my nose is fake. And here, I'm just wiping off my bliss sticks that I had so that I can get ready to line my lips and put on my lip gloss and all of that stuff. I'm using the same black pencil I used on my eyes. And I know it's black, but don't be alarmed. Because when I blend it out and I put my lip gloss on, it looks brown. Okay? Don't be alarmed. But I do that and see I'm blending it out. It looks brown here, but it's a black pencil. And I'm taking this. This is Milky Gloss from NYX. And this is in a shade, I think, Milky Pink. So freaking cute. It's so cute. And I'm putting that on all over my lips. And then I'm going to go in with, this is like one of them hair store, lip glosses. And it's so freaking cute. And then after we do this, I think we're going to go on with our lashes. Yes. So I'm taking the Duo brush on glue. And I line my lids first. So you want to line your lash line. And then you want to put the glue on your lashes. I didn't show what lashes these are. But these are Lush Ming Zoo lashes. I think in probably... Hold on. Okay. They're in the style brown sugar. So Lush Ming Zoo brown sugar. But yeah, so I'm gonna stick my lashes on once everything is nice and tacky. And then after this, oh, and let me just say this. Nobody talk about my hair. Nobody talk about my lace. Don't talk about my lace. You talk about the hair. Don't talk about the lace. Because this is a makeup video, okay? Talk about the makeup. Don't talk about my lace. Because I wasn't even worried about that. But after I fix my hair up a little bit, we're done. That's it. Usually I would put on a little bit of blush, but I wasn't feeling like blush today. So, yeah. That's what y'all been asking for. And that's all it is. Make sure you stay tuned for the next one. It might not be another makeup video in a while, so savor this one if you liked it. And stay tuned for the next video.